What is up, everybody? It's your boy P-Sci. Welcome to another video. So today I've got another deck profile and combo video for you. So I don't really know what to call this deck, but you basically use a bunch of warriors and machines to build a board workshop again. So I guess we can call this warrior machines or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck should be called, and if you're going to try and build it. So I'm going to go through the profile real fast for you guys, and then I can explain the combo after that. So first, we are playing an Isolde Warrior deck, so we're going to start with 3 Neospace Connector and 3 Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. Then for another normal summon, we've got Sublimation Knight. This one gets your Squeak Knight out of your deck, and then you can special summon it to make Isolde. Then you've got your extenders. You got 3 red layer. Now this is an engine requirement, so you're going to need at least 1 super quantum red layer, but it shouldn't be too hard to get because it's been in an OTS pack, OTS 14 and OTS 10, as well as the original Weira set. So you should be able to access this now. Junk Forward was reprinted as well. In the legendary hero decks that came in with Rusty, so people should have this as well. And then the new Fire Flint Lady that people have been using in Infernobles. This is a really good card too. It can extend from your hand. And then final warrior extender that I choose to play is Blue Mountain Buttersplat. This also chain blocks your Sublimation Knight normal summon or your Neospace Connector normal summon, so you're guaranteed to have a few warriors on board to make your Isolde. And then the warrior bricks, TG Striker. If you draw this, you're in trouble, but we play a 45 card deck, so hopefully that's not happening. And then Squeak Knight. So that's all the warriors. That's basically half the deck. So now we're going to go to our monster bricks. We've got the new Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing. This has been out for quite a while, but it shot up in price once Olion got banned, because it was the only way to, make unfair shenanigans with Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon after that hit. But it was reprinted in Maximum Gold, so now we have access to this really cheap and easy. I think it's less than 50 cents or something like that. I don't remember. But this is very important. If you draw this, you're screwed. Your Deskbot 01, if you draw this, you're okay. And then your, this is a new one. Karakuri Gamma MDL 4624 Shiro Kunishi. You don't have to worry about the name. This was in iGas. I opened a bunch of iGas back in the day from winning a bunch of tournaments and stuff. So I had a bunch of these laying around. And it'll come up in the combo, and I'll tell you about what it does when we get there. And then finally, some hand traps. This can be whatever you want. These are not really engine requirements. It helps that they are normal summonable tuners, because if you do get stopped, sometimes you can be able to reborn a tuner and go into Needle and finish up a partial combo that way. Yeah, just having extra normal summonable hand traps with multiple versatility is really good, I think. So I chose Ash and Valor. You can choose whatever. Maybe Gamma works better for you. And then finally, Saravis. This has come in and out of formats. This essentially is another hand trap that protects your monsters from targeting effects. Like if you're going first, this can be extra copies of Called by the Grave for you. If you're worried about Infinite Impermanence or Effect Veiler, this doesn't protect against Gamma and all that stuff. But even if they're trying to break your board, you can actually use this. And this is a discard like Ash, not a send to the grave like Veiler and Ogre. So you can use this even if Herald's on the board, because you'll just directly banish it. But what it essentially does is it negates the effect of a targeting card. So this will protect you against Widow Anchor, Forbidden Chalice, like I said, Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, basically anything that targets. You're never going to be ritual summoning it, but it's a nice extra hand trap to have, and you do play Herald, so you can actually search this after you use your Herald negate. You might want to cut this down to 2 if you don't like it, or if you don't have it at all, you don't need to play it at all. I just think that it helps make the deck more consistent, because if your Isolde gets Veilered or Impermed and you don't have a tuner extender, you're just passing. So this is just extra insurance in your 45 card deck. So those are the 9 hand traps. Like I said, you could there's wiggle room for that. Let me know what you would rather play in your build. Next is the spells. We got Rhoda. This will search any of your warriors. This is a warrior Isolde deck. Monster Reborn. I figured that this is a good as extender as any. You can bring back a Link 2 and go up into Borosword as a follow-up, or if your monster gets Ghost Ogred, you can bring it back. It just allows you to play through hand traps and extend if it gets to that. Called by the Grave, I mean, if you get like Drolled or Veilered or something like that, you can just chain Called by the Grave, Ghost Ogre on your Isolde. This will protect it from that destruction. So Called by the Grave. And then finally, the equip spells. So we got our 1 Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. And then this is where I end up differing from a lot of other builds. We got triple Living Fossil, because it's so broken. It's a Monster Reborn. I know it's a hard once per turn, but still, it only negates its effects on the field. So you can even bring back a Herald with this. And since you're tributing for cost, you will actually get to have the negation effect of your Herald that you brought back with your Living Fossil. And in addition to that, it works for things like Neo Space Connector as well. Neo Space Connector says that you can tribute it from the field and then target a Neospatian card in your graveyard and special summon it. So if you've already done the Neospatian Aqua Dolphin combo with the connector, you can bring back the connector with a Living Fossil and tribute it for cost, targeting the dolphin, and it will actually bring back the dolphin. Not many people know about that ruling. I learned that from, I believe, the DB Grinder. So shout-outs to him. This is a really good card. So I played it 3 as an extender, and then 3 DDR, another extremely broken spell, equip spell. This one is not once per turn, so if you have multiples, feel free to use all of them. It works really well with the Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, banishing warriors to just special summon anything from your banish zone. Alright, I think I spent enough time on the main deck. Let's go to the extra deck, and then we can do the combo. So, I mean, like, whatever tokens you want to use. I got these 3 from a set that my brother bought me, and then 2 more for the Link Cross. So those are for Auroradon and Link Cross. Let's go over the synchros. We got Martial Metal Marcher, Tatsunoko, 2 Heralds, a Power Tool Dragon, Borlode Savage Dragon, and Karakuri Super Shogun MDL 00N Bairu. Anyway, this was from iGas as well. I got a ton of these, so I was like, let's try and use it. I'll explain what it does in the combo. And then finally for links, Barricade Borg Blocker, Link Cross, Barricade Borg Blocker, Crystron Helki Fibrax, 2 copies of Isolde. I feel like there's enough extenders in this that if your initial Isolde gets popped, you can have the extra one if you need it. Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, Borosword to close out games, and then there's actually a flex spot. Like, you could play Instant Fusion to bring out Raijin as an extra warrior, or Thousand Eyes Restrict or something like that if you choose, or you can cut the Barricade Borg Blocker and play like an IP Unicorn combo, or a Predaplant Verte Anaconda Dragoon combo. Like, you could do whatever you want with that flex spot. The combo didn't use the whole extra deck, so I was just like, I'll just leave it to them. If you guys have a good idea for that last flex spot, then let me know in the comments. All right, so with that out of the way, for side decks, this doesn't really matter. I didn't make an actual side deck, but there are monsters that are problems out there, so I would recommend really high-impact side deck cards like Kaijus, so that you can draw them even if your hand gets ripped apart. No Material can stop a lot of degenerate combos that end on Calamities or multiple negations. You just got to figure out the choke point of the deck. It helps if you realize what your opponent's goal is in life and stopping it there. Exchange is really good. You will need to side out your hand traps if you are putting this in, or if you choose to main deck this, take out your hand traps. This will, you usually have multiple ways to get sold with one card in your hand. By using exchange, you get hand knowledge of your opponent, and so you know exactly what to negate, and you get to rip a hand trap from their hand, and you know what to do to play around that. Drag Down by the Grave is another card similar to that. Now, guys, these are just ideas. I'm going to go over more than 15 cards, but this is just an idea that you can also gain hand knowledge again and rip a card from your opponent's hand. If you don't draw one of your bricks and you draw this, you can easily make full combo and have hand knowledge, which is nice. Effect negators are really good for going second if you believe you're going into a board that has like a True Kingdom of All Calamities on it or something like that. You can chain Forbidden Chalice and negate that, or just bait out one of your opponent's negates with Forbidden Chalice. You do need to have some type of back removal in this deck. Mystic Mind's still running around. So I'd suggest siding, just generic back removal, like maybe Evenleys, Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclones, even Red Reboot or Pinkertops can be really good in that situation. And Prohibition is also a really solid side deck card for an Isolde deck like this, because you know exactly what you need to play through. You just slap this down the board, stop your opponent's main engine card, or call Nibiru the Primal Being, and your opponent can't do anything to your board. So let's get to the combo. Enough rambling. Sorry about that, guys. So we're going to start with my favorite extender, Neospace Connector. We're going to normal summon Neospace Connector, activate the effect, which gets us our Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. Of course, you can go ahead and discard a card if you'd like. This isn't really a hand-drip deck. If you want to do that, play Infernobles. But this way, you don't have to buy the expensive Infernoble card. I think it's Renaud, the monster that you can summon from deck with Isolde that adds an equip spell or something. I don't know. I think it's like 20 bucks. But anyway, you link up into your Isolde. Now, this is why Super Quantum Red Layer is necessary. You're going to grab your Super Quantum Red Layer from your deck to your hand with Isolde's first effect. If you didn't already draw one copy, because you're going to be using it to Synchro Summon later on. So at this point, you send two of your equips. You must send Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, and the other one doesn't really matter, but I usually send a Living Fossil because I like searching DDR off of Power Tool Dragon because it just nets you more advantage, and it keeps things in the graveyard, essentially. It lets you plus off of Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. But Living Fossil or DDR will work. You just need to bring back a level 2 tuner during the combo for it to be valuable. Anyway, you send your 2, which special summons one of your bricks, your TG Striker. So at this point, you're going to link summon your Isolde away for your Link Cross. This will activate its effect. You can special summon up to 2 tokens. You're going to be special summoning those 2 tokens. You're going to Synchro Summon with TG Striker and one of your tokens for your Martial Metal Marcher. This is going to bring back your TG Striker for free. And now you can use it with your other token for Tatsunoko. Now, at this point, your opponent would have probably already Nibiru'd you because you had opportunity to go into your Herald of the Arclight. So people are usually doing that way before. So even at the point where you had TG Striker and the 2 tokens, people might Nibiru you there, because if you have enough extenders, you can go into Herald and then just go into Needle Fiber and finish your combo that way. So here's what I recommend. If you saw your opponent's hand and they have Nibiru in hand that you saw from your Aqua Dolphin, when you get to this point, just go straight into your Herald and then use a tuner extender to go into Needle Fiber and get the rest of your negates that way. All right. So from this point, you are going to synchro with your Tatsunoko and your Super Quantum Red Layer for a copy of Borreload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon is going to equip your Sold, which is going to protect the rest of your combo. At this point, you're going to Link Summon Link Cross and Martial Metal Marcher for Christian Halki Fibrax. This is going to summon from your deck your 001. Alright, and this is why it's a machine deck, because you're about to see a lot more machines. We got Martial Metal Marcher, Halki Fibrax, Deskbot 001, going into Auroradon now. Auroradon's going to special summon your 3 tokens, which is going to trigger the effect of the Deskbot 01. It's coming out at a beefy 3,000 attack since it gains 500 attack, but we're not keeping it on the field very long. We're going to straight up synchro it with 2 of our tokens to make a level 7. This is where you bring out your Power Tool Dragon, and then you search your DDR or your what is that called? Living Fossil. It doesn't matter. You just need to use this later on to bring back a level 2 tuner. So you're going to use Mecha Phantom Beast, Auroradon's effect. You're going to tribute your Power Tool Dragon and your 1 token. That's very important. You need all the space here, which is why we actually play Barricade Borg Blocker, because if you have too many Warrior Extenders, you actually will need to link off 2 of them into the Barricade Borg Blocker before making Needle Fiber, because you do need to have 4 spaces for this combo. So you got your Savage and then your 4 spaces. So the Auroradon effect will resolve, bringing out Mecha Phantom Beast Coltwing. Since you control another Mecha Phantom Beast monster, Coltwing's effect will trigger special summoning 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. So we're going to summon our 2 tokens, and that is actually going to trigger the effect of our Deskbot 001, bringing him back for 3,000 attack again. He's not going to stay on the field. We're going to synchro summon him off with 1 of the tokens to make our first Herald of the Arclight. Now, we have an interesting field here. We've got a level 3 token, and then since we do have that token on the field, Coltwing has an effect that increases its level by the number of Mecha Phantom Beast tokens on the field. So he's actually level 7 right now. So what we're going to do is, since we have DDR, we're going to use Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, add it to our hand by banishing our TG Striker, and then any other warrior, I guess Super Quantum, although you can add that back later if you special summon a Super Quant at another point. But anyway, we're going to activate our DDR, discarding our Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, special summoning our TG Striker to the field. So at this point, we've got a 2, a 7, and a 3. So we're going to do something crazy. We're going to synchro with our level 7 Coltwing and our TG Striker to make a level 9. This is where the Karakuri cards come in. We're going to bring out this guy. So this guy on summon, he's a level 9 Earth Machine Synchro. He needs a tuner and 1 non-tuner machine monster. So that's actually pretty cool because Coltwing is a machine. On summon, he special summons any Karakuri from your deck. You're going to summon your other little brick here, the level 1 tuner, I'm not even going to try and say that name again. It's the level 1 tuner guy that's from iGas. Anyway, these guys' effects are pretty cool. So, when this one, the level 1 tuner, is in your graveyard, you can actually use it as a quick effect to banish it and target a Karakuri on your field, I believe, and change its battle position. Now, why would I want to do that? I've got 3,000 attack, 1,500 defense guy right here. So this guy has another effect. Actually, 2 more effects. One of his effects is that any Karakuri monster on your field in defense position, actually, it's any monster, period, in defense position, cannot be destroyed by battle. So if your opponent tries to beat over your Herald, you don't care. They're not getting over that 1,000 defense because this is on the field. But also, when it is changed to defense position, its other 3rd effect activates. You can target a card on the field. And then, or no, sorry, your opponent controls. You can only banish your opponent's control cards they control. So you target a card on your opponent controls, and then you banish it. So this is targeting banishing on your opponent because of this card. So we've got a level 3 token in this level 1 tuner. What are we going to do? We're going to synchro summon, putting that in the graveyard so that we can actually use its effect during our opponent's turn to banish a card, and summon a second Herald of the Arclight. This card is not once per turn, and then after you use it, you get to literally search a Saravis. The final board is right here. You got a Borreload Savage Dragon with 3,800 attack. You got your Aurora and 2 negates. Your Auroradon, which doesn't do anything right now, but later on, its effect to tribute a card on the field, or tribute a monster and destroy a card on the field is really nice. You've got 2 Heralds, so any card, monster card that your opponent's trying to send from their deck to the graveyard or their hand to the graveyard, think of like Orcust or Dinos, they're going to have a really hard time playing, and you can use both of these as a negate, and once they're used as a negate, a new chain will start to search Saravis if you choose to go that route. So that'll increase hand advantage and also protect the rest of your board from targeting. Also, they can't be destroyed by battle because of your Karakuri, which you can use the tuner in the graveyard to banish, targeting it to switch it to defense position. It's got 1,500 defense, but it still can't be destroyed by battle because of its own effect. And then you can trigger its effect to target a card on your opponent's field and banish it. Spell, trap, monster, you do not care. Banish it. So, that is the deck profile and the combo. Sorry it was super wordy. I just wanted to really make sure that you guys understood the combo and what this deck can do, because I would like some help with this. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that I could do to change this combo or make it better or more consistent. I just wanted to make a deck that didn't have the infernobles, but still abused Isolde, and then the new Coltwing that I just picked up the other day from Bobby. Yeah, that's the profile. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and leave a like for me so I know that I'm doing a great job. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.